Hey, everybody, this is Tony Taylor, and you're listening to Guadalupe River Radio.
You're locked into Backstage interview on Guadalupe River Radio. I'm Jody Hinkle. Up next is Yours to Hold from Tony Taylor. Stick around. Right after that cut, I'll be talking with Tony about the stories behind the music and what he's up to now. Here is Tony Taylor with Yours to Hold, only on Guadalupe River Radio.
Losing focus again, floating like a bird on the wind, thinking that I'm gonna land, but I don't. I'm out in the night, underneath a moonlit sky. I'll try to get you out of my mind, but I won't. I've been right here, I think you know. We've come too far this time to take it slow. Won't you put your faith in me? If it's my hand that you need, it's yours to hold. Every single place that I go, if I think about you sleeping alone, it gets me down. And all that I do, girl, I've gotta find a way back to you. Yeah, I'll always make my way home to you somehow. I've been right here, I think you know. We've come too far this time to take it slow. Won't you put your faith in me? If it's my hand that you need, it's yours to hold. It's always been yours to hold. If it's my hand that you need, it's yours to hold. It's always been yours to hold. Losing focus again, floating like a bird on the wind, thinking that I'm gonna land, but I know I won't. I know I won't. I know I
That was Tony Taylor with Yours to Hold. I'm excited to welcome with me today Mr. Tony Taylor. Tony, thanks for being with me.
Hi, glad to be here.
Hey, man. So,
Hi, Jody.
Hi, Tony. As we know, I've been listening to your music for a long time. I'm a big fan. I'd love to hear how that song "Yours to Hold" came about. How'd you write that song?
And it just came about. You know, it's I think it was the first line of the song that came to me, and then I just sort of rolled with it from there. Honestly, and people might hold my feet to the fire for this, but I don't really think there was anybody in particular in mind. I just thought it had a nice ring to it, the idea of if it's my hand that you want to hold, it's yours. It's just a simple love song. It just came to me one night.
Do you find that like a lot of your songs come all at once, or is it something that you have to work at over a long period of time, or does it just come pouring out of you?
I would say that the majority of the songs that I've written, they're pretty seasoned now and they have some age. And it was because there was a time where, yeah, I think it did just sort of pour out of me, and it happened pretty fast and easy during a 10-year span of my life. And I'd love to get that back right now because I feel like I'm at a little bit of a dry spell and I'm not writing as prolific as I once did. But that'll come again. I have faith in it and optimistic.
Well, you may not be writing as much, but you are back in the studio. How's that going?
Studio's going great. We're having a really good time. We've just about finished up a song I'm releasing as a single, or at least as a introduction to what we're doing. It's a song called Lonely Town. And myself and Ryan Snipes and our friend Gray Legier, who lives out in New Mexico, are the only three on the track, just doing all the work ourselves, guitars and bass and drums and vocals, and we're just having a really good time with it.
That brings up a good point. I know that years ago you were in different bands, but as a drummer, what's it like now being back in the studio and having the chance to play drums?
Oh, it's been fun. I recorded a couple of drum tracks for Ryan on a couple of his songs, and it was a lot of fun. I'd never done drums in the studio. I'd never had a chance to do that. I just usually played live and filled in for people here and there. I never was like I never had a job as a drummer.
So that had to
It's
be
been a
another.
lot of years since I've done it. What's that?
No, I was going to say that's got to be a lot of fun for you, kind of changing it up a little bit.
It was. It was a lot of fun. Felt good to just do something different.
Now you're really prolific. Speaking of something different, I mean, we can always catch you playing around different venues. Uh, playing song swaps, your own shows, stuff like that. Was it difficult or was it exciting? What was the experience like going back into the studio after you hadn't been in there for a while?
Oh, it was really exciting. And we're working in Snipes' home studio that he has over in Martindale. And yes, that's me plugging it because I'm hoping that he's going to be looking at recording other people because he's doing a great job. The guy really knows what he's doing. So, and we're just having a lot of fun. And looking forward to, we got 3 more songs. I'm going to release a 4-track EP. And so Lonely Town will be the first song I put out just to let people know that I'm still out there doing stuff and recording music. And we're going to start working on the other 3 tracks here pretty soon.
Now I've heard you play that live. Does it have the same vibe as it does acoustic, or is it taking a whole new life of its own?
I think it's taken on a whole new life of its own acoustic live now even when it's just being played with just a couple of guitars, because we've done, we've gone in the studio and let the creative process take over. So now we've found, there's just new life being breathed into that particular song. So I can feel it. If say Snipes and I are doing just a song swap, or if I'm playing with anybody else and playing that song, it just has a whole different feel to it now, because you have in the back of your mind, what it's doing in the studio and how it sounds. So it gets pretty exciting.
We just heard Yours to Hold. Next thing we're going to listen to is The Room. And I know that was recorded originally 15 years ago, but it still has staying power. That's one of the things I like about your music is it doesn't matter if it was made 15 years ago or if it was cut yesterday. It still has a freshness about
15,
it. At least for me.
15 years ago. Well, it's a lifetime.
Yeah, you were like 20 back then.
Okay, I wish.
So tell me about The Room.
Yeah. Oh, The Room was a song that came to me. I don't know. I think I've heard these kind of stories being told before, or somebody getting an idea while they're in their sleep. And I can honestly say that I had that experience with that particular song. I woke up and I jotted down some lines, and it just turned into that song. And I've always thought that was kind of a cool, backstory to that particular tune.
Now we're about to listen to that, but one of the things that really stands out in that song are the lines where you're like, "Bless the child who only speaks the truth," right?
Mhm.
What was your thought when you were writing that? Or did you have a thought?
I truly think that song just has a feel of appreciating the people in your lives, whether it's somebody you're in love with, or a friend, or a family member, or somebody that that sees you for who you are, allows you to be yourself. And I know in the song I speak of only passing through, and not seemingly staying around for too long. That I have somewhere else to be, but it's thank you for allowing me to be in this space for this time, and now I've got to go. And so I guess it's a way of saying, using the word child, it, maybe a child of God, so to speak, like we all are. And I think that's what I was going for.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's let the audience hear it. Here is The Room by Tony Taylor.
That she could love me like she did so long ago. In the springtime of my journey from the life that I used to know. When the sun would rise each morning, find her lying in my arms. Sweet angel, I'm still falling for you, but I don't know where you are. Child who only speaks the truth, and keep her in your mercy, for she's only passing through. Yeah, the road can open up, give us cause to turn from you. Just remember that I was thankful every time I left the room. Like a little boy in the night, fighting desperately to hold on to the tune of our demise. I bent backwards just to show her a glimpse of where I stood. As I stared up from beneath her, I told her only what I could. No end to these thoughts inside my head, and the pain of all of my mistakes, and all the words that we left unsaid. Lord, bless the child who only speaks the truth, and keep her in your mercy, for she's only passing through. Yeah, the road can open up and give us cause to turn from you. Just remember that I was thankful every time I left the room. Yeah, the road can open up and give us cause to turn from you. Just remember that I was thankful every time I left the room.
That was The Room by Tony Taylor. Hey, Tony, so where are you playing this weekend?
This weekend, as well, earlier today, I did the lunchtime live gig with Ryan Snipes over at Phoenix Saloon. It's become something we look forward to doing every week, and we've really started to enjoy that gig a little more, and we're having a lot of fun. Just doing the things that we do right now as artists together
I have a lot of
and
fun when I
having
go out
having that
there and I
stage.
see you guys, listen to you guys over
Yeah,
at the Phoenix.
I appreciate that room. I enjoy singing in it. And the thing we do during lunchtime is always just laid back, and we just come to enjoy it. I'll be over at the Dry Comal Creek Winery tomorrow from 2 to 5. And then out at this Sunday Serenade at Lone Star Float House
That's right. Little
this coming Sunday.
at a
Well, I guess that's at 5 o'clock, 5 to 7.
5 to 7, and I believe it's Mr.
It,
Ryan Snipes' birthday party kind of a thing.
it is. His birthday is, yeah. So he's going to be joining me. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to get out there earlier in the day and do a little celebrating, and then take the stage around 5 o'clock. And so hopefully some people are listening and looking for something to do. Come out and hang out with us at Lone Star Float House. We've been looking forward to this.
I know I'll be out there.
Yeah, you will.
You've been a musician for a long time, and it's a passion of yours. But I know sometimes things go in waves, right? Where would you say how is your happiness, and what's it like playing your music right now?
So much better than it has been in a while. I'll just say I'm happier than I've been in a long time. There's a lot of good things going on, and I can't speak any higher of it all. I'm just very blessed.
I can definitely see that, when I see you. I mean, you definitely have a big smile on your face, and you definitely seem to really be enjoying it, and I'm very happy for you in
I
that.
am. I am. I think that's all I can really say about it. If you want to experience my happiness for yourself, just come find me.
I would go to say that your life is a wonderland. So,
Oh, well played, sir.
so tell me about the song Wonderland.
Wonderland. Oh my God. Another oldie, but I like to think it's a goodie. I've always been very fond of that song. What do you want to know?
Well, I mean, how did it come about? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I guess I can say that my memory of writing that song, I used the idea of Wonderland as a place I would go to, and I just I don't know, maybe I had indulged too much. Sort of went into my own space in my head, and I recall I was dating someone at the time, and she was a good woman, and she was good to me, and I think you'll hear in the song that I write in the idea that it's more of a testament to my inabilities to be what she needed and what she deserved, but at least wanting to make it understood that I cared and loved the person. But I had a tendency to drift off into my own world, and maybe not consider the other person first.
Interesting.
I
Now,
hope the song will just speak for itself, maybe.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great song, but one of the things that I think you're very talented guitar player. You're also a very talented songwriter. How did Cheatham Street Songwriters Night? How did that influence you?
Oh, big time. It was a big part of my life during that time. If I hadn't had it, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. To have had the space and the opportunities that were given to me via Cheatham Street and Kent Finley, and I just that's I mean I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. I was able to come into my own as a writer, and had a place to share those songs, and I think it paved the way for me to move forward with my own career. Although I would say I've strayed off the path plenty of times since then, and just tried to find my way back.
It's that musical journey, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we go here, I want to thank you for, being on with me today on Backstage Interview. And
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, man. This was
yeah,
fun.
yeah, absolutely. I've always enjoyed your music, enjoyed your friendship, and getting to know you better. Um, s-
Likewise.
so we're gonna go out with Wonderland. Here is Tony Taylor with Wonderland.
Slow rolling, I'm going out to Wonderland. Sometimes it's better when I'm gone. Gone somewhere, maybe nowhere. Well, I could be right beside her. Just hope I don't do something wrong. You've got to believe me. I love her truly. It's just harder to deal with something that's so real. I'm fading and she's breaking like she's wrapped in porcelain. And one tap and all of her pieces could fall. And love shatters, but no matter. With some kind of glue we could fix up and build something big from something so very, very small. You've got to believe me. I love her truly. It's just harder to deal with something that's so real. Slow rolling, I'm still going. I broke down in Wonderland, so I guess I'm gonna go crazy for a while. With rabbits and their bad habits, but this jack of hearts a diamond kept hid behind a Cheshire smile.